Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Rottweiler Lifestyle. Today I have a very special guest, two guests, TK's Tamara Kristo and TK's New Yorker. Welcome.
Nice to see you again.
Yes, the king and the queen of the Rottweiler world are here today, guys.
Thank you very much.
My God, he's so beautiful.
Hasn't he grown since you've last seen him?
Oh man, but you know what? The video or photos don't do this guy justice. He's absolutely gorgeous in person.
Thank you.
So
Thank
big, so sweet. So
Well, hopefully you'll get to see him again.
yeah, everybody's wondering if you're coming in April or not.
We'll see. We'll see. You never know.
Got it.
Let's keep them guessing.
What's that?
Let's keep them guessing.
Yeah, let's keep them waiting.
Yeah.
Make them train extra hard for the show.
Exactly.
So you've got a lot going on. One big recent news is TK's Black Star. Tell us a little bit about her and her recent accomplishment.
Yeah, she's my favorite female.
Okay.
She's the one that actually made me kind of famous.
Okay.
With. Because she was my first big champ. She had a show break. She had a break from shows for about 3 years.
Okay.
And then I started campaigning her again in August in preparation for the World Dog Show in Germany.
Okay.
Then when Germany came, obviously she did her best. And she was the world champion and best of breed. And later on she was placed fourth in, actually third in group in best in show.
Wow.
For the German breed. It's actually, I mean, for people that don't know, it's a huge accomplishment. To be best of breed at such a big show is huge.
Yeah.
But then in Germany, you know, a German judge to give you best of breed, competing against Oliver Neubrand of the Neubrand Kennel, you know, the most famous German breeder ever.
Right.
With him to be best of breed under a German judge, it doesn't get any better.
Now, is that the highest accomplishment that one can reach in the dog world, the dog show world?
I mean, there's a couple of shows.
Okay.
You have the World Dog Show that I went to. It's for all breeds.
Okay.
Under the FCI, which is the European International Association.
Okay.
Different from the American. American is American Kennel Club. For Europe, we have FCI. And then also, obviously, you have the World Dog Show for the Rottweiler.
Okay.
The car. Then you have similar that the German ADRK had started organizing a couple of years ago, which is called the Weltsieger in Germany, the World Championships.
Okay.
And then obviously the German Club Show in August. So you have 4 major shows.
Got it. So
with the Rottweiler.
So where does she go from here? Is she going to retire? You're going to keep showing her? What's your plans for Black Star?
For Black Star, hopefully I will have another litter. Hopefully. As for shows, we will see.
Okay.
Let's keep that a secret for now.
Oh God, we're full of secrets.
I have some plans. You know, we'll see.
Okay. And for those of you that don't know, the logo is Black Star, right?
That's
TK's.
Correct. That's
okay. A lot of people think it's New Yorker, but it's actually Black Star.
Oh, it's Black Star, yeah.
Okay.
She's the queen of the kennel.
She is. Now let's talk about the king of the kennel, right there in front of you, New Yorker.
There you go. Big boy.
The big boy. So tell us about him. Where, what litter is he out of? How did you know that this boy was going to become what he is today? How did you know he was going to be such a special dog? Or did you know?
Nobody knows.
Okay.
You know, with puppies, obviously you can tell if a dog is promising, very promising, those kind of things. But nobody prepares you for what's to come.
Right.
You don't know if the puppy is gonna be, 25 inches high, or is he gonna be, 130 pounds or 100 pounds.
Right.
And the puppy, you don't know. Obviously, he was very, very, very promising. Huge bone, huge head from an early age.
Right.
From puppyhood, he was just big. But, if somebody told me that he was going to be this good, I would not believe it.
Right.
But it takes a lot of time. It takes time um, to produce a dog, should I say?
Right.
A lot of exercise, a lot of walks, a lot of swims, a lot of runs, a lot of dedication.
A lot of training.
To make the dog what he is today.
Right. And how old is he now?
He's gonna be 3 years in May.
3 years in May. So he's won, as many people know that follow you. He's won many awards, many shows. You said he's going to be 3 in May.
Yeah, he's gonna be 3 in May, and he's done over 35 shows from Serbia all the way to America.
Yeah, I've seen your YouTube videos, and at the end, in one of the videos, you have all the credits of all the shows that he's been to. And
yeah,
it's amazing.
Some of the shows. It's not all shows.
Wow. Well, that's a lot.
Yeah, I just wrote the special shows for Rottweilers. I didn't do the international shows and the all breed shows. I didn't do those. Just the specialties, just the Rottweiler specialties.
Got it. So
what's listed?
So what's next for New Yorker? Are you still planning on showing him? Obviously, you're still breeding him. You're studying him out.
Sure.
Is he still going to be doing shows?
He looks better than ever.
Okay.
He looks better than ever. So it wouldn't be fair not to show him.
Okay.
Last year I was pregnant.
Right.
So we only did a few shows.
Okay.
So now I can kind of go back to it a little bit. I can't dedicate myself as much because of the baby.
Okay.
I'll do my best and I will show him definitely.
Got it. And has the show season already started there in Europe already, or hasn't started?
In Serbia, the show season starts beginning of March.
Oh, beginning of March. Okay, so you still got a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Okay.
For those that don't know, this is baby Ivan.
Oh, he's so cute. Look at that smile.
There you go.
It's the prince of the kennel.
Exactly, and he's going out for a walk.
He's so beautiful. How old is he now?
He's going to be 8 months next week.
He's such a happy baby. Every photo and video you post of him.
Exactly.
He looks like your husband.
Make a funny face. Make a funny sound, and he'll smile at you.
He's so cute. Oh my God, look at his cheeks. So tell me a little bit about TK's Rottweilers history. Where did you get started? How long ago did you get started? And when did you know that this is something that you wanted to do full time?
Right. Well, I basically always wanted to have a dog.
Okay.
That was my number one wish. I fell in love with the Rottweiler when I was 7, 8 years old.
Okay.
Begged my parents for a couple of years. Got my first one when I was 13. And then he lived for some 11 years. Got another one. But, she had a missing tooth. So, couldn't compete.
Oh, okay.
And I was just a kid. I was just a teenager. And then I got myself a golden retriever from the UK because I lived in England for a while.
Okay.
And then, I was doing a lot of. I'm a photography major.
Okay.
So it was always for me. It was always about dogs. So what I was, what to do but photograph dogs. It kind of came naturally.
Right.
So I did a lot of reports from dog shows around the world. I had a page called TK Dogs for a while.
Okay.
And then back in 2008, my friend was looking for a Rottweiler. I found him a nice one here in Serbia. And because he was low on cash, he asked me to co-own the female with him, and I did. And eventually she came to me when she was 6, 7 months old. It was supposed to be just for the summer. Just to have some fun with the dog. I already had 2 dogs in the house. And then she came and she stayed. And she became champion of Serbia,
wow,
Bulgaria, Macedonia, Germany eventually. She was only one of few German champions from Serbia at the time. It's a very hard title to acquire. but she did it. And then her first litter I had 7.5 years ago.
Wow.
And at the time I didn't have a kennel, and I was a novice.
Right.
I was a nobody. So it was like, okay, if I have puppies, what am I gonna do with it? Who's gonna buy my puppy? Nobody knows me.
Exactly.
Right? And so I asked my friend at the time, Dayan from Black Illusion,
Okay.
to register the kennel with him, to register the litter with him, and the deal was for him to advertise the litter and sell the puppies for me, because they were gonna be under his kennel name.
Right.
With his prefix. Eventually puppies came. He was nowhere to be found. He didn't, he did no advertising, nothing for me. He didn't sell any puppies for me. I did all that. I kept two. One is Harley Davidson, the other one is Honda. Harley Davidson Black Illusion and Honda Black Illusion.
Wow, okay. That's how it goes.
I showed Harley was my first, I took him to France to the World Dog Show, with Black Star. He was only 9 months old and he became junior world winner. Wow. And that was for me the best show ever. Because you go there as a tourist almost, and he's the youngest in class. You have no expectations. Exactly. And your dog becomes junior best of breed. It doesn't get better.
It doesn't get better than that, yeah.
Better than that. And then his sister Honda, I also competed. She was champion of 3 countries, etc. And I mated her with Uzi.
Flash Roots?
Flash Rose, yeah.
Okay.
And then I registered my kennel, TK'S. And there came Black Star.
Wow.
So she's my first,
That's your first.
How we feel about our firstborns.
Exactly.
They're so special. And then she turned out to be one of the best. Wow. Which she proved 5 years later by becoming best in the world.
Exactly. Now, do you still have Honda?
Yes, of course I do.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah, of course I do. And Harley and Honda. I have both.
Wow. Is Honda the one in the video with Ivan on the floor?
She is, yeah.
Okay.
No. She's not. That's Harley.
Oh, Harley. Okay.
That's Harley. She's in the photo with him that I posted when he was a couple of months old. She lives with my parents.
Okay.
Honda is with my parents, and Harley Davidson is in my house. He's the one in video licking my baby.
Okay. I knew it was older. I just couldn't tell which dog.
Yeah, that's Harley. He's my first world champion.
And he's the only
somebody else's kennel name, but I bred him. I mean, he's mine.
Okay, now that makes sense. And he's the only one that stays in the house. Everyone else is outside.
Black Star stays in the house also.
Oh, she stayed. Okay, well, she's a queen, so she deserves it.
Exactly.
So, how did that transition to? So, who was the next big star after Black Star? Was it New Yorker?
No, the next big star was Lamborghini.
Lamborghini. Okay, we all know.
Lamborghini. He was at the World Dog Show for the Rottweiler, which is the IFR. He was the best baby.
Okay.
So, best baby in the world. Again, huge accomplishment. Just a baby, but, every such is a big win. Obviously.
Every win's a win. Yeah, every win counts.
Yeah, and there was his sister, Little Tsunami, and Lion King, the brother.
Okay.
Then the next big the next big accomplishment was by...
Ivan the Great?
No, TK's Fortune Cookie.
Fortune Cookie, okay. I remember that photo.
It is with a friend of mine.
Okay.
She was also in baby class at the Weltsieger, which is the German World Dog Show.
Okay.
She was the best baby also. So another baby world champion. And then came Impala and Ivan the Great. Okay. And soon after came the King, New Yorker.
King, New Yorker. Now tell us a little bit about New Yorker's background. What litter is he out of? And
he's out of Black Mercedes.
Okay.
Black Mercedes is sister of Black Star, later sister.
Wow.
And Jomba Hausdražić.
Jomba. Okay.
Those are his parents.
And so you're obviously great at picking amazing puppies. What made you pick New Yorker? How many litter mates did he have?
He had 3 brothers, so there was 4 in the litter.
4 males. What made you pick him? You don't have to tell us all your secrets, but what made you pick?
Well, to be honest, he was almost sold,
Oh, wow.
but you know, nobody wanted him.
Oh, God.
You know, I had few people who've been chasing me for a puppy for years, and I said, okay, you want him? Do you have somebody else?
Oh,
You know, and that was when he was like 6, 7 weeks old, and then obviously when he was like, 12 weeks old, that was that.
oh my.
You know, then he was destined to stay with me. So he was almost a goner. He was almost, gonna change homes.
Well, whoever that person is, I'm sure it's the biggest regret of their life.
He knows who he is.
Oh my, and he knows. That's the worst. If I was him, I wouldn't be friends with you on Facebook because I'd be depressed.
Very
Wow.
depressed.
That's an amazing story. I don't think no one really knows that story. That he was almost sold.
Wow. I mean, people know me personally,
Right.
but I've never talked openly about it.
Wow, he was almost sold, and it's not even that he was almost sold; is that nobody wanted him.
Yeah, nobody recognized the quality.
That breaks my heart.
There you go.
So you had the king. So then you moved on. You've had several litters since then. He's won award after award after award, show after show.
And his son was placed first last year at the World Dog Show at the IFR, which is the World Championships for the Rottweiler. TK Playboy.
Playboy, yes.
Yeah, he won his class.
And that was your first litter with. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That was New Yorker's first litter. Yes.
First litter with Impala.
With Impala, that's correct.
Got it. And you had a lot of big. I want to say big names. A lot of beautiful dogs that came out of that litter. Playboy, Pablo Escobar.
Pablo knows in America Pablo, right?
Everybody knows Pablo.
You're a big fan of Pablo.
I love Pablo. He's just he's like New Yorker, just a big gentle giant. You had Prada, Porsche, Playboy. Any other big show dogs that came out of that litter? That first of all, before you go, that's a lot of show quality. That's a lot of quality puppies in one litter. People are lucky to get one. So for you to do 4 or 5, I mean, that just goes to show what you're doing over there at TK'S Rottweilers. That's amazing.
And now that I've repeated the combination, as you know, you have a puppy from that litter.
I've got Maybach, who I don't know if you hear him, but he's snoring in the background over there.
Yeah, that's TK's trade.
Yeah, sleeping with his legs up in the air like that.
That's my trademark. And the big ears.
And the floppy ears.
And floppy ears, yeah.
It's funny. I took him to the park the other day, and the wind was blowing, and his ears were just like, flapping with the wind. I took a video of it. It was funny.
So this litter is even better.
Really?
This litter out of 9 puppies, all amazing.
Yeah, they're all beautiful.
Amazing. And I've posted videos of the puppies from this litter. Very, very promising.
So you kept a couple puppies. Tell us about those future stars. You kept 3?
I kept 3, that's correct.
3. So tell us a little bit about them. We've seen the videos.
You are a true fan.
I mean, hey, I do what I can. I'll pat myself on the back. So you have 3. I have a personal favorite out of the 3 you kept.
Tell me.
Mai Tai.
Mai Tai, there
He's
you
gorgeous.
go.
What's funny is that we call him Maui at home. My wife likes that name. And Maui and Mai Tai, not only do they look alike, they're the darkest, I think, in the litter. I haven't seen all the other ones. And that both of those names originate from Hawaii.
Yeah.
Mai Tai and Maui, which is funny.
It's a sign.
How that ended up working out. So go ahead. You can get to.
There's a third boy. There's a third boy in America. Also very, very promising. Mad Max.
Mad Max. Okay, he went to America. Okay.
He's in America.
I haven't seen any photo. I only saw one photo when he was like 10 weeks, and he actually looked like he looks like him a little bit, like maybe.
He does. Cody. He posted a photo last week of him looking very nice.
Okay. So you got
So
my
there's plenty of puppies to watch out for in the future.
yes, including I've been, and I'll get to that in a second about training and what it actually takes to prepare a dog for a show. So we got Mai Tai, who's a beautiful
Mm-hmm.
female who everyone puts hearts and the heart emojis, and everyone seems to like that one.
Yeah.
And who are the other two?
One is Mona Lisa.
Mona Lisa, okay, another
and
female.
then Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson, the hard hitting, the bad boy.
It's a big name. It's a big name. So we'll see.
Now, out of the three, I know it's hard to pick favorites, but who do you think has the most potential out of the three? Who are you, if you had to put them in order, are more excited for?
I'm most excited for Mai Tai.
Mai Tai? Why?
But right this moment, Mona Lisa is most complete.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Temperament?
Because, no, the temperament is great in both.
Okay.
But with the Rottweiler, the pigment is not supposed to be so dark.
Okay.
It's not supposed to be dirty.
Got it.
But with New Yorker puppies, they will clear later on as they grow.
Okay.
It's not gonna be. They're not gonna be so dark.
Right.
Forever. It should get better show wise. In the States, people like them dark.
I was just gonna say I personally like darker. I don't know why, but I just
yeah. I mean, it's a Mona Lisa. Mona Lisa has better markings at the moment.
Okay.
And maybe we'll see. It's difficult to tell. Obviously, my Mai Tai has been my favorite since young age, and to be honest, up until 8 weeks, I'm not supposed to say this, but I thought she was a male.
Wow.
Up until 8 weeks, I was sure she was a male. Why I didn't look down? For some reason, for me, she was a male. And then when my friend came over to take pictures, we stacked them on tables, so I can, she stacks them and I look at them for angulation and things like this.
Right.
And we are taking pictures, and it's like, 5 males. No, for 5 females. I'm like, no, I don't have so many females. It's like, what's happening?
What happened?
And then I figure out that she's a female, not a male.
Wow. Just because of her structure, she does look like a male. I mean,
because of her head. She has a very, very strong head.
Yeah, she's got a New Yorker head for sure.
She does, yes, she does. So, and the temperament and the character. Yeah.
So I'm assuming she's the most behaved out of the three?
Nobody behaves.
This one, I always threaten I'm going to send him back to you every time he misbehaves.
No, they do what they want to do.
Got it. Who's more of the troublemaker?
Ooh, Mike Tyson.
Of course.
Mike, he loves to pick up the balls that they eat from, and he looks at that as a toy.
Oh my God! So
he tosses them and turns them and bites them and just makes a loud noise all day long with.
Okay, and you got all right. So let's move on. You've got other future stars.
Right.
I think this is I don't know if they were born before Impala. They were born after Impala's litter, right?
Yeah, they're younger.
Okay, so it's TK'S Gladiator and TK'S Prada.
That is correct.
All right, and Prada's out of New Yorker Impala, the first litter.
Exactly.
So tell us about that litter. You kept a lot of the puppies.
I kept 3 puppies.
3, okay.
I kept 3. I mean, there was only 4 puppies in the litter.
Okay.
So I kept 3, 2 females and a male.
Okay.
And this is line breeding on Black Star, which makes them even more special.
Right.
It's 3-2 on Black Star, meaning that to one parent she's a grandmother, one line, and at the bottom to the puppies. So top pedigree she's a grandmother, and bottom pedigree she's great grandmother to the puppies.
Top meaning Gladiator, bottom meaning Prada. Got
it. Exactly.
And tell us about, you've got Rockstar, Red Bull. Who's the third one?
Royalty.
Oh, that's right, Royalty. So out of those 3, who's winning you over?
Well, think of the names, and you tell me who I think is the best. Go over the names in your head. Symbolically, who is the best?
Rockstar, Royalty, and we go with Royalty. Just classic TK? No.
Rockstar.
Rockstar. I was gonna say okay, that's right. Star, got it.
Exactly.
I was gonna say royalty because of the you've been
I mean,
producing so many great dogs, but that was my second choice was Rockstar.
yeah. I mean, royalty. I mean, all three are amazing.
Yeah.
They're so typey.
Mm-hmm.
When people come over, you can immediately say that they're from the same litter because they so look alike.
Yeah.
And this is the success when it comes to breeding, to have such an even litter.
Yeah, they look more alike than the New Yorker Impala litter. I mean, a lot of them look alike, but they look like triplets.
Yeah, overall, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. They look like triplets. And this is, for me, successful breeding. Right. You know, when you have them typey like that, and everybody correct, with big ears, dark eyes,
right?
Good pigment, good markings, super top line, angulation. When everything is in place, it doesn't get any better than that.
Got it. And let me ask you this:
give them time to grow and see how they develop. But so far, I'm very happy. Good
for you. So let me ask you this, because in my opinion, Gladiator is a great dog. So is New Yorker. But if you look at a lot of kennels, a lot of people have the same looking dogs. You you look at all the males; they all look the same. But Gladiator and New Yorker are to me
different.
Very different.
They're very different.
Very different. What made you go? Because Gladiator came after New Yorker, right?
He came after New Yorker. He's out of Black Star.
Black Star. So what made? Okay, well, obviously because that's the mother, so that's why you kept. But what made you choose Gladiator? Like, how did you start moving towards that direction as well? Because you've got like both sides of the fit. You got New Yorker line.
Yeah, I also have Grace Kelly.
Grace Kelly,
who is the sister of Gladiator.
Okay.
He just had a huge head. He just stood out. He was all muzzle. He was all everything about the head was so strong.
Yeah.
And he gives that to his offspring. You can see it in his puppies. In every litter he gives himself.
Yeah, his puppies are absolutely beautiful. I remember a photo you posted of New Yorker Impala and Gladiator, I think when he was like 7 months. And he almost had the same size head as Impala.
Yeah.
Which is amazing. So you're right. He's got a huge head. Okay. So shows. Obviously, you know what you're doing in the show ring. What does it take to... Because you've got, 16, 17-week-old puppies now. What does it take to find... I mean, obviously, it's all in the dog, to the angulation, the temperament. They have to have the drive, which your line clearly does that. But what does it truly take to go from 8-week-old puppy to the first show ring? How many hours are you putting in? Is this a daily thing? Is it once a week? What is it that you're doing to get your dog so prepared for the show ring? What people don't know. Like for myself, I train him, at least at 30 minutes, 40 minutes a day, just light running. I toss him the ball. And I try to do it every day. Most likely I do it about 3-4 times a week, but clearly you got to be putting in more time than that to get to it.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Don't toss the ball.
Don't toss the ball. Okay.
Don't toss. Just do walks.
Okay.
He doesn't need to run. He's a puppy.
Okay.
Just walks and fun. You can toss a ball like
just for play.
Just like a couple of feet there, just to play. Okay. But not as exercise. Don't toss ball.
Okay.
Because they can get injured. And the crucial ligament in the knee is the one that gets injured most often, and then you have to have surgery, etc.
Oh wow!
I don't let them chase balls, really.
Okay.
Because it can do more harm than good. It's better to, when they grow older, take them for a run and a swim, or walk up hills, or do hiking, than chasing balls. Chasing balls is for lazy people. You just stand there, dog chases balls, and that's it. You go home.
Yeah.
He's done the exercise. Run with the dog. It's better for you and for the dog.
Got it. It's funny that you mentioned...
That's my opinion. Everybody has different opinions. It's just me.
Well, it's all about you today. So your opinion, your opinion is the one that matters. Yeah, it's funny because I take them to the dog park just because I don't have a lot of grass here. So I take them to the dog, but I always keep him on the leash most of the time. Occasionally, I'll let him, run around because he's he gets desperate. You know, everybody's running around him, and he wants to be part of it. But there's so
Sure.
many holes in the ground, and people are like, "Why don't you let him run?" I said, "Because there's holes in the ground. He's gonna get his foot stuck in it. He's gonna break a leg. He's gonna." So you know, he loves the ball. So I'll throw it. I think you saw the video I sent you. You know, I'll throw it, but now I know I'm throwing it too far. I'm letting him run too much, I think.
I mean, do it a couple feet ahead of him.
Okay.
It's still chasing. He'll still enjoy it, but he's not gonna hurt himself.
Got it. So don't toss the ball. Okay. So what is it that you're doing?
Well, I'm more relaxed maybe than other breeders because all my dogs are together. I don't let them out individually one by one. I let puppies be puppies.
Okay.
I let all of them in the garden to play with each other, which kind of probably slows down preparation for the show.
Okay.
Because when dog is in the kennel all day, like in majority of kennels,
Yeah.
when you go to him, he's bored, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you take him out and he's like, oh, let's play. And he's more eager to play with you and with the ball because he's been locked up all day.
Got it.
As compared to what I do is I let them out to be puppies.
Got it.
This is part of me, wanting them to be puppies, to have fun on their own, like all day long, not like for like 30 minutes in a day.
Okay, makes sense.
Training, but also, to be honest, I don't have time.
Yeah.
With the baby on board, and the adults and my work, it's hard to put in time for the puppies also.
Right.
So today, for example, I was taking everybody out individually for bonding time with myself. For 10-15 minutes, everybody on lead, everybody teaching them tricks with the clicker, just fun things, little bit of ball and leash training, but it all takes a couple of minutes.
Right.
Okay. Every exercise, few repetitions, and that's it.
Okay.
And then let them off leash to be puppies. I mean, puppies, how long can they concentrate on you?
Right.
A couple of minutes.
Yeah, like 10 minutes.
Exactly. Even 10 minutes is too long.
Too long, yeah.
The point is to stop when it's most fun. Take the fun away. And then the next day, they look forward to it.
Right.
You do too much, they get bored with time.
Yeah, I remember a couple weeks ago, I FaceTimed you, and you had New Yorker, Mike Tyson, a couple of the puppies, and I think one or two adults all hanging out in the same area. And I was shocked because most kennels, nope, each dog, the males are all the way over there. The females are all the way over here. The puppies are somewhere in the back, and they never, it was just, you saw an 8-week-old, you saw New Yorker full grown, Impala was there, another adult was there, another puppy. I was like, wow, she keeps them all together, and they all got along beautifully.
Yeah.
That's great socialization. Okay, so, wow, I didn't know that. I've been tossing the ball and letting him, kind of pull the leash a little bit.
No, pulling on the leash is good.
Okay.
Because in the ring we want them to pull on the leash.
Yeah.
Not like maniacs. It's controlled.
Right.
But they need to learn to put pressure on the neck. They need to learn to pull in the ring.
Yeah, one thing a couple people told me that I was doing is I've been telling him sit a lot, especially in the house. And they told me that that's like one of the worst commands you could teach a dog. Because then they're right. Because when I first started doing the pull, he would sit.
Exactly.
He was pulling, and I was like, okay, I don't want you doing that. So the past couple of weeks, I've been changing that up. So we spoke about preparing for shows.
Right.
And you mentioned that, you've got your own technique, and you prefer to let puppies be puppies.
That's right.
At what point do you start the serious training? At what point do they go out there on a regular basis? Like, I know you've posted several videos. You'll go out with several other people in the area, and you guys run around the ring. At what age does that start for you?
We've started already.
Oh, wow.
We start at a young age.
Okay.
The sooner you socialize them, the sooner they see the ring, they see other dogs, they see other people, cars, etc. It is easier it gets. It's like with people. You take up skiing as a child, you will be a professional by the age of 10.
Right.
You take it up at the age of 30, you will always be a novice. You will never learn the technique because older you get, harder it is. I think it's the same with dogs.
Okay.
So we've started already, and I have to add something. You know, you need to have help of friends from time to time, right?
Right.
Because you can only do so much.
Mm-hmm.
If you have more than 1 or 2 dogs, you can't get them all ready, right? So I just want to say big up to my friend Buca.
Buca, okay.
Yeah, Buca Hausachimovic. Yeah,
Yeah.
he trains my dogs from time to time, and at the moment I have 2 puppies with him.
Okay.
I have Royalty and Red Bull.
Okay.
And also New Yorker daughter Honey.
Honey.
She's also with. Yeah.
She's about a year now, right?
Yeah, she's a year old.
About a year old.
She's a year old. Yeah.
And is he a professional trainer? I know he does handle a lot of your dogs, but does he do that professionally, or he just kind of does that for fun on the side?
He does it professionally, but mainly with friends.
With friends, okay.
He has his own dogs. Like, he has a super young male who is about 14, 15 months. He did a great job with him last year. He was best baby affair, then best puppy, Aderka, etc. So, he knows his stuff.
It seems like it because he does handle a lot of your dogs. And how long does the training session usually last for a puppy like Mai Tai's age or Royalty's age?
10, 15 minutes.
Okay. And it's mainly...
It's not training like sit, stay, things like that.
Right.
You go to the ring, and there's more dogs. We make a couple of rounds. We award them every couple of steps. You throw the ball or whatever they like.
Okay.
Then we stand in the middle. Then somebody baits.
Okay.
With a small ball, with a big whatever.
Squeaky.
Just to see how they react. Everybody gets to bite something if they want to. They get the bait.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's it. And we put them back in the car, and then we take another 2 or another dog or maybe nobody.
Wow.
If you bring 1 or 2, then that's that.
And then as they get older, that 10 minutes turns into 20, turns into 30? Or do you stay with the same amount no matter what age?
10, 15 minutes is enough for every dog.
Wow.
Dog doesn't need half an hour. What do you do in half an hour? In the show ring, you're in it for 10, 15 minutes. Okay. So why train the dog for half an hour?
Got it.
Huh?
Right,
you do a few repetitions, and like somebody would come over and check the teeth and inspect the dog, everything that the dog will experience in the ring later on.
Got it. So now
you're making a realistic situation for the dog.
Got it. Now you mentioned having a lot of things to do. And everyone, including myself, I always wonder how you do it, right? You got a husband, a newborn baby, all the dogs. What does a typical day in your kennel look like? What time are you waking up, taking care of the dogs all day? What does a typical day at TK'S Rottweilers look like?
Well, get up early. I mean early. Around 7:30, depends. Okay. And then we take dogs out to the park. In 2 groups.
Okay.
And everybody gets like a half an hour run, including puppies.
Okay.
They have to learn to drive in the car so they don't vomit later on. They don't get car sick.
Car sick, yeah.
Yeah, just take them to a park, go for a walk, let them be puppies.
Okay.
Play. And we do it with all the dogs. Sometimes we run. Like at the moment, I have a cold, so I can't run. But one day, one group of dogs will run with me.
Mm-hmm.
Like 2 or 3 dogs, the next adults. Then the next day, the other group of adults. We go home, they eat, have some free time in the garden, and then everybody goes to sleep.
And you feed raw, right? You posted a picture the other day.
Yeah, I feed
that
raw.
Is a lot of food.
That is a lot of food.
That's a big freezer.
Yeah, and then everybody goes to sleep. and then in the afternoon let them out, toilet business and stuff.
Right.
Same thing in the evening, play, pet, whatever.
Okay.
And they go to sleep. The morning exercise is what for me is most important.
Got it. Now, one of the things I find hard about, and I'm not a breeder, but I can imagine for me it would be extremely difficult. You buy dogs, you sell dogs, you breed them. Recently, you've sold a handful of dogs. How hard is that when you've got a dog that you've been around for the last year and a half, having to let them go? Obviously, you can't keep them all, right? If not, you'd be at home
Exactly.
24 hours.
Exactly.
But that's got to be difficult. I mean, I know for me, I don't know if I bred dogs, I'd have 100 dogs. I'd have to find 50 acres somewhere because I don't know if I'd be able to let them go like that. But I'm sure it's hard. But explain that a little bit. Like, is it something that, like, for example, Gladiator? Did you ever think you would sell him, or was that something that kind of happened randomly, or you knew from the beginning that eventually this would be something that you guys would part ways?
I mean, some dogs you have to let go.
Okay.
Right? Some dogs will never be for sale. Some dogs like New Yorker, Impala, Black Star.
Never.
You get craziest of offers.
Right.
But they're just not for sale.
Right.
Some dogs you just have to let go. Otherwise, in a couple of years you will have 50 dogs. And it's not fair to you, it's not fair to your family, it's not fair to the dogs.
Yeah.
Because you won't have time. You can't give them the time they need to be happy and content. And my dogs are not locked up all day long.
Right.
We all pet with them. Play with them, interact like you do with you have one dog and you play with it all the time.
Right.
But
yeah,
most dogs
I can't imagine.
You have to split the time. You have to,
share.
You can't give it as much as when you had one dog.
Right.
So, when you let somebody go, it's never easy. Obviously, you don't connect with every dog on the same level.
Got it.
Not every dog is like, your kind of life partner. Like, with New Yorker, you just can't describe it. Like, the temperament, the character, just everything about him is, it fills my heart, right?
Yeah, it's a picture doesn't do. I tell everybody, people are like, oh yeah, I remember when he was here in October, and I didn't get a chance. I was like, the next time he's here, you have to. You won't appreciate the dog until you see him in person. He's a lot bigger. He's so beautiful. Right. His temperament. I saw him at Venice Beach that day when I bumped into you by accident, and he was just watching the people dance, and everybody was petting him, and he just was the calmest dog I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So much.
I mean, you can have a superstar.
Yeah.
Right? Like, but it could be just too boisterous.
Yeah.
Or maybe aggressive. I don't have aggressive dogs, but I'm just giving you an example. Right? And with some dogs, you just never bond.
Yeah.
Same with like with people. Not everybody can be your best friend.
Right. True.
It's similar with dogs.
Got it.
Every dog is the same. With some dogs you bond, with others you don't bond.
Got it.
When you bond with somebody on a super high level, it's difficult to let it go.
Okay.
And majority of times, dogs I don't let go. I mean, I've only sold a handful of adult dogs.
Yeah, just a handful. Yeah, it's just been a couple.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So what's next for TK? I mean, you've accomplished so much, and it seems like you said since 2009, really? 2008 is when you started?
Yeah.
So what's next? Where do you go from here?
I've just started.
Wow. Any big plans you're working on that you could share?
I'm sorry?
Any new plans that you're working on that you could share? I know you're thinking of breeding Black Star one more time.
Yeah.
What else? What else is new? Do you have any dogs?
I mean, what else? 6 puppies.
Yeah.
6 puppies to look after is is plenty for anyone.
Right.
You know, and having a baby as well just makes life very difficult and very busy and very hard.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to do everything at the same time.
So, what do you like to do now? The fortunate thing for you is you've got your husband that helps you out a lot, right?
Yeah, he does.
So, what do you guys like to do for fun? I'm sure now with the baby, it's kind of hard to get away. I know you like skiing, right? You like playing tennis.
Yeah, we are very competitive.
Very competitive, yeah.
Yeah, we compete in whatever activity, whatever sport.
What sport's your favorite?
Oh, tennis. But he
Tennis.
doesn't play tennis. So,
Okay.
you know, we should pool or go bowling or whatever, you know.
Yeah, that's how my wife and I are. We love pool, bowling, and occasionally we'll do basketball, but we're both bad, so that one we're
Yeah,
pretty.
table tennis. I don't know if you have table tennis in the States.
Ping pong, yeah.
Ping pong, exactly. Ping pong, yeah.
Got it. Yeah, we haven't played that much, but it's fun. I'm terrible at it.
Yeah. And obviously movies. Who doesn't like movies?
Okay. All
With
right, so
popcorn, soft drink, and a good movie.
awesome. So I'm just gonna ask you a couple like fun questions, like just to get to know you a little bit better and the dogs a little bit better. What's a relaxing day for you look like? What's your ideal relaxing day? Like if you didn't have to worry about the dogs, obviously you got the baby now, but what do you like to do for fun in Serbia?
For me, if I had nothing to do, like choose myself a perfect day,
Uh-huh.
right? Go for a walk in the morning.
Okay.
Like, you know, take dogs out for a play or for a swim. I love taking them for a swim.
Okay.
Afterwards, I would go for tennis. I love tennis.
Okay.
I play tennis. Afterwards, lunch with some friends, and just lounge. Use the whole afternoon just to chill.
Nice. Yeah, that does sound like
Just,
a nice
just spend it with friends.
friends.
Maybe drinks in the evening.
Okay.
You know, when you know what's waiting for you the next morning, it's difficult to relax again.
Exactly. If you had to bring one dog with you for the entire day, who would it be?
Oh,
Like
Black Star.
Black Star?
Yeah.
Okay.
I take her everywhere. When I go out with my baby, with the stroller, Black Star comes with me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Out of all the dogs in the kennel, who's got the sweetest temperament? Who's the nicest dog?
Who is the nicest? Nicest in what way? Like soft and
Yeah, just soft and just a big baby.
New York is a huge baby.
Yeah, New Yorker.
Black Star is a huge baby. Impala loves to pet. She's boisterous. She's still crazy like a teenager. Everybody has their own way of coming to you.
Yeah.
Like, Star Star is already 5.5, so she's a serious adult.
Yeah.
But she'll come right into your lap, sit there and wait to be petted, right?
Right.
New Yorker loves to chew your legs from behind. Right? And to catch you with his paws. He just loves that. So that's his trick.
Yeah.
Impala will run into you.
Hit the back of your legs.
She will just run into you. New Yorker loves to buy your shoes and stuff from behind. You walk, he will try to catch you and bite you from behind. Like play bite, not bite. Just
yeah.
That's his trick. And I can see that Honey doing, his daughter.
Uh-huh.
She does the same thing. She does the same thing. Like he would sneak from behind and go between your legs from behind.
Oh boy.
That's his thing, and she's doing the same thing.
Got it. Who's your
everybody, they're all individual. Like the old boy, Harley Davidson.
Uh-huh.
He sits on your feet. He comes to you, basically, literally sits on your feet, so you don't move. Wow. And you have to pet him. That's his trick. Everybody's different. Everybody has something.
Who's the most protective in the kennel?
Harley Davidson.
Harley? Wow.
Yeah. Like I have a employee, and not for dogs, for my work.
Okay.
And when she walks out, Kelly and Impala like to bark at her for some reason. They've known her for years, but they still, when they're out and she has to pass by them, they will bark at her. Why? I don't know. as soon as somebody barks at her, Harley Davidson jumps in, tells them off.
Wow.
And walk her to the gate.
So I'm assuming since he was in the video with the baby, he's very protective of the baby now as well, right?
I mean, he doesn't. I mean, he didn't have a chance to be protective.
Okay. Yeah, nothing is
happening. But he's 7.5. He's very experienced.
Uh-huh.
So he knows his stuff.
And what about your husband? Who's his? I know he does a lot in the background. I know he's not very Facebook, Instagram, right? You don't really see him on social media. But who's his favorite dog that he just loves and has the biggest connection with?
Probably New Yorker.
New Yorker?
Probably New Yorker because for the past 2 years we've been to so many shows with him.
Yeah.
You have to connect.
Right.
It's just how it is. The dog that goes on the road so often with you, obviously you have the highest connection with.
Got it.
So probably, he loves them all.
Right.
On a different level, he loves them all. We would have to ask him probably, but I think New Yorker because for the past 2 years we've done so many shows. So yeah, I would say New Yorker.
Okay. And one last thing, and then I'll let you go. Any upcoming litters that you got coming out or upcoming that you want to share that maybe people can reach out to you, or is that still a secret?
No secret. A litter of puppies was born last night.
Okay.
By a female from my friend Buca.
Buca.
The sister of his dog, called Fruti Hausachimovic. We mated her with Gladiator before Gladiator left.
Okay.
California, and it's line breeding 3-2 on Black Star again.
Again, wow.
Yeah.
Another beautiful litter.
Yeah, this will be special. And then after that, if pregnant, we mated a super Gladiator daughter, again from a friend of mine with New Yorker.
Okay.
So that could be nice. Well, it will be nice. And also we repeated the combination of Jenny and Geronimo.
Oh wow.
Which is again my friend's female that I borrow for the litter.
Got it.
So that should be another special one coming up.
Okay, and if people want to reach out to you, just about dogs, puppies, questions, what's your social media that everybody can find you at?
Well, Facebook is the one that I use
the most.
Okay. I'm on Instagram, but I so don't know what I'm doing over there.
I see you post every once in a while on Instagram.
I just post a picture and that's it. I don't do hashtags. I don't do any of that because I don't know it.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, I think Facebook is the best.
And what's the Facebook name so people could look you up?
It's TK Tamara Kristo.
TK Tamara Kristo. Okay.
Profile, and then also the page is TK'S Rottweilers.
TK'S Rottweilers.
Yeah.
Well, Tamara,
on Facebook we are limited. I can't have more friends, and
right.
Sometimes messages don't go through.
Got it. Yeah, it took me a while. I kept trying.
Yeah, it's a glitch. Facebook has a glitch. Messages don't go through. Wow. So if I don't reply to you within a day, that means I never got your message. So best write on my page, which is TK'S Rottweilers. Then I will definitely get a message.
Perfect. Well, Tamara, thank you so much for your time. I was really looking forward to this interview, and I hope we can do this again soon. And I really hope you can come in April. I don't know who you're bringing. If you're bringing the baby, that would be awesome. But I really hope you guys can make it in April.
I hope so too. We will see. I'll keep you posted. Don't worry.
Okay. All right, Tamara. Have a great night. Tell your husband I said good night, and big hug and kiss to all the dogs.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.